Hello, I'm Tony Proctor, enrolled agent with Proctor & Associates Tax and Bookkeeping Service. Today's tax tip, we're going to talk about employee versus independent contractor. It's a discussion that happens every day. Am I an employee or am I an independent contractor? So, employee versus independent contractor. There's three things we want to look at here: behavioral control, financial control, and relationship of the parties. So behavior control. As an employee, the employer has the control of your behavior. They determine when you show up to work, when you take your breaks, when the work needs to be done, how it should be done. They pretty much have the control of the behavior. As a contractor, in theory, you have the control of your behavior because you are providing your services as a contractor to the company. So you say, well, I will show up at your site at 10 a.m. and I will leave at 3 p.m. You also control if and when you take breaks. You control the deadline of the work. So case in point, if you're having some work done on your home, you have a contractor comes in, they say, well, it's going to take us 2 weeks to do this. They have that control. They are a contractor. So flip that to you. As a contractor, you will tell the company, well, I will have this project done in X amount of time, in 2 weeks. You have that behavioral control. The next thing is financial control. Who has the significant investment? Is it the employer or is it you? Are you the one that's incurring the expenses to get the job done? Are you the one who makes a determination whether you receive a profit or you receive a loss? That financial control, another one of those tests to determine, am I an employee or am I a contractor? Finally, the third thing is going to be relationship of the parties. So are you eligible for benefits based off of the amount of hours that you work? So if you work typical work week, 35 to 40 hours, are you eligible for benefits? Are you receiving benefits? If so, you're an employee. However, just because you don't receive benefits, possibly you're eligible or possibly you've opted out. That could go either way. You could be an employee or you could be a contractor. However, if benefits are nowhere in the equation at all, more than likely you're going to be an independent contractor. Also, is there a written contract outside of the typical employee application and non-compete and things like that? Is there a written contract that says I as person will provide stated services to the company? If that's the case, then typically it's going to be an independent contractor situation. So the question, am I an employee or am I an independent contractor? As an employee, the employer is required to withhold income tax. They're going to withhold a portion of Social Security. They're going to withhold a portion of Medicare. As employer, they also going to have to pay a percentage of Medicare, a percentage of Social Security, as well as federal unemployment tax. So that would be a typical W-2 employee. As an independent contractor, you do not have any money withheld. So you provided the service, you receive a check for $5,000. There was no federal income tax withheld, no Social Security withheld, no Medicare withheld. You are responsible for those amounts. So hopefully you are aware that you're in that particular situation and you're making those estimated payments. If not, you will be responsible for them when you go to file your return. And at the end of the year, after you've worked with that particular company, you will receive a 1099 miscellaneous. That 1099 will be the form that your income will be reported on, versus an employee, which will receive a W-2 that has how much is withheld, the Social Security, the Medicare. So again, we have W-2, that's an employee, that's the form that you'll receive at the end of the year. And then 1099 miscellaneous, your independent contractor, they gave you $5,000 for the job. It was over and done with, and they provided that 1099 miscellaneous. So that's the determination between employee, you receive a W-2, versus 1099 miscellaneous, you're an independent contractor. So W-2 versus 1099, I could talk hours about that. However, I'd rather not bore you with all those gory details. So hopefully I gave you enough so that you can understand W-2 versus 1099 and just kind of give you just a few nuggets about what it means. So If you have any questions about today's episode, please log on to www.blackgirlinstruct.com, find my profile, and ask your questions. And remember, only you can prevent an audit